Hi from Istanbul. Well, hello from Istanbul. I'm so glad that you can make it here, and thank you, people who are on the Google Plus page. I am so happy that you are here. I'm going to share screens for those who are on Periscope. You won't be able to see it, but again, the replay will be available. You can post your questions. I will answer them. And for those of you who are watching on Google Hangout, you can ask questions here. I'm going to share my screen so that way you can see the PowerPoint presentation. So let's see what it says over here. As guests can join, hide their audio and video broadcast. So, all right, new guests can make, all right, so you can join, you can do all that, you can invite people. And let me see one more thing here. And for those who, hello, and for those of you on Periscope who just joined, I am going to be discussing how to conquer fear and discover your life purpose. So now I am going to share my screen. Oh, and let's see here. Mute microphone. Let's see. There we go. All right, made that post, screen share. Here we are. Thank you for joining. All right, so those of you who are on Google Plus, you can see the screen. Actually, I wonder if, you know what, I'm not even gonna mess it for those on Periscope. If I flip it, it might mess you up and you might not see anything. So how to conquer fear and discover your life purpose. This is a huge subject for me because I have overcome a lot of fear, especially when I started my business when I was just 25 years old and so somewhat fresh out of college. And I'm going to get into that in a little bit. So I'm just going to check down here. All right. And people can post their questions. Awesome. So I am actually, I'm going to flip this and see if it works for you guys. So bear with me one moment. Okay. Can you see? So you guys can see that. So if you don't mind the little bit shaking, I'm going to go back and forth. So here we are. How to conquer fear and discover your life purpose. Before we begin, I want to tell you that this will be broadcasting for 30 minutes. And questions will be taken at the end because I want to make sure that I will get to your, get you the goods. And there will be a bonus at the end. Well, actually a couple bonuses. Make sure you have a pen or pad if you were on the Google Plus. But since you are watching this broadcast, you don't have to have a pen and pad right now. You could just watch this. The replay is up for those on Periscope for 24 hours. And then those who are who want to watch this again past the 24 hours, you can just go to my YouTube channel, which is Tia Violet. So in this webinar, we will cover how to conquer fear. You want to discover 3 of your passions and then your life purpose. So I'm just going to flip the camera here. There we go. All right, there we go. So that way I can maneuver all this around. All right. So a quick introduction. Who am I? Well, my name is Tia Johnson. I am a Reiki practitioner. I'm a certified hibiscus moon crystal healer, a gateway dreaming practitioner, an angel therapy practitioner. Now, just a quick synopsis of what they are, what that means. So as a Reiki practitioner, I help people to heal by working with their body energy. As a hibiscus moon crystal healer, I use crystals to help people to heal and give them answers. As a gateway dreaming practitioner, I help people to understand their dreams and how that relates to their waking life. As an angel therapy practitioner, I help people to communicate with their angels and also heal with their angels. As an author, I have here best-selling author, an Amazon best-selling author. My book, To Be Goddess, Discover Your Domain in Which You Reign Supreme, was one of my passions. It was amazing writing a book. I'm a speaker. Several of my angel stories have been published in Doreen Virtue's book. In her book, I'm Tia Johnson, but some of them I changed my last name, so I'm Tia Spinelli. I am a contributor for Huffington Post, independent blogger. I am from Philadelphia, so anyone here from Philadelphia, I know we have one person from Istanbul. Thank you for tuning in. I graduated from LaSalle University with a degree in business administration, and now I am in the University of Pennsylvania as a graduate student under the Organizational Dynamics program. I created my business back in 2010 as a result of the death of my grandparents. I really wanted to help people get over grief. So I started my business 2 years after I completed my healing experience, my healing, everything that I did during those 2 years, I put into practice when I started my business back in 2010. And since then, my business took a form of its own, and it heals, or I help people to heal more than just in the grieving department. So how to conquer fear? How can we do this? Well, if we can conquer fear, then we can embark on a path to unlocking our life purpose, right? So I like to use the if-then statement. If you saw a broadcast from, I believe it was yesterday or the day before on Periscope, I gave you a sneak peek into what I mean by the if-then statement. So by the if-then statement, I mean, if I did this, then I can do that. So I basically want you to look at what you have completed in the past, what you've done in the past, what you conquered in the past. If I graduated college, then I can do this. If I completed that project, I can do that. If I save my money to go on that trip, to purchase that home, whatever the case may be, then I can do that. If I survived a car accident, whatever, then I can do that. So that if-then statement helps you to remember just how great you are, how strong you are, and how capable you are of doing things more in the future because you've done them already, right? Sort of like the statement with that does not kill me doesn't make me stronger, or I'm sorry, that which does not kill me makes me stronger. That's what you want to say. So it also has to do with our mindset. The mindset reboot is what I like to call it. And if we were to use fear as an acronym, false expectations appearing as reality, then we are able to make fear this big thing, this little thing that we can just step on, and then keep it moving, right? So part of that, breaking down the term fear into an acronym, which helps us to overcome it, is to change our mindset into believing that we have time. We are making time, not taking time, but we are making time to live our life purpose, to move forward, to complete a mission so that way we can become the person who we want to be. So if you feel as though you don't have time to live out your life purpose, you don't have time to discover your life purpose, you don't have time for anything, start changing that mindset. Because what happens is you will begin to believe this. You will send out vibes to the universe that you have time to do this. And the fact that you are making time means that you are creating something. So if you can create this time, then why not create more? And that's exactly what you're going to do. Now, discuss your fears with close friends and family, or a Facebook support group. So I want to actually look at the Google Plus people. So I want to talk about this. I put a little asterisk there at the PowerPoint presentation here, because what I do is I talk about some of my fears, concerns, worries with my closest friends, right? So I tell them my concern, and they will either say, Tia, you're crazy. You've done this, this, and this in the past. You can totally do this now, which is how I came up with the if-then statement. Or they will tell me how they experienced something similar and how they overcame their fear, their concern, and so forth. So just a moment, because I want to make sure I answer some people's questions here. So yes, that's great. So that's one way close friends and family can help you. And I always say close friends and family, not just friends and family, because some cases our friends and family aren't the people who can give us advice. So we want to make sure that we go to people who can give us the right advice, that unbiased, here's what you're thinking. I know how you're feeling, but that's just a false expectation appearing as reality. As far as the Facebook groups, I have not come across a bad Facebook group yet. The Facebook groups, especially if they are a closed or private Facebook group, they are extremely supportive. They provide endless advice, techniques to help you out, whatever the case may be. And you can just type in a few words into the Facebook search box, and you can find the group that you're looking for. And again, there are loads of genuine stories available for you to learn from there. So that would be the person-to-person interaction to help you overcome fear. So it helps you to get out of the possibility of you creating a scenario where something bad might happen because you're talking to people. So you're not allowing your mind to drift off into that would have land, that would-ville, could-ville, would that happened-ville. It allows you to have that human-to-human, person-to-person interaction. So that's why I love to discuss problems, issues, concerns, fears with people who are close to me, because again, they bring you back in. They remind you of certain things, and they help you to decompress. So back to sharing the screen. Alrighty. Next, create music or a meditation playlist. This is huge. This is so huge because music is very healing. It's so healing. And when you create playlists to focus on a particular healing method, a particular thought that you're thinking of, for example, if you're in a lovey-dovey mood, you're going to have a lot of songs that play love and romance. That's what you're going to do. So in this case, I want you to create a playlist that will help you rev yourself up. Something that will get you going, something that is inspiring, something that invokes in you a need, a want, a desire to just, slap fear in the face and just go, what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do whatever I need to do. I'm going to get to where I need to get, and I don't care. It's just that being a trailblazer, juggernaut spirit. And that's what music does. It pumps you up. Or you can have just a calm, soothing meditation playlist, something that can just calm you down, help you to release stress, and just get you to go. Perfect. Next, treat fear like a person who you need to remove from your life. If we are able to take fear, this concept, this imagination, this scenario, and treat it as a person who just needs to get out of our life, it makes it more capable for you to do so, because it's no longer some abstract thing, right? It's no longer, oh my gosh, what if you give it a name and then dismiss it. So you're literally addressing the fears so you can conquer it. You're not letting it be out there somewhere and just take over your mind with, again, possible scenarios. You're literally saying, you know what? No, you need to just get out. Go far, far away. Next slide. What are your passions? So this is a great way to help you ease out of the time period where you conquer fear, because you're releasing a lot of, again, stress, tension, what if. So you're kind of now in this vulnerable state because you were thinking about so much that now you're just open to receiving. So you got to think about, what are your passions? Passions. What is something that makes blossom, makes you feel like you can do anything, makes you feel amazing? Think about how you communicate. And I ask this question, more centered, we become more. Fear is just that much strong. So it becomes less of an issue. Living out, communicate their feelings. Right, include a journal that can if you have like affirmation list that you write out, maybe you write posts, you can experience the things that be part of your life purpose. So you are communicating that you are going towards the path of living your passions, living out your passions. So what do you love to do, and how do people compliment you? Do you find that when you enter a room, people compliment you on what you're wearing, maybe your hair, your makeup, your speech, how you network with people? There's something that everyone can give. So think about the next time someone compliments you or notices something about you. Think about that, because that is something that you're passionate about, something that you invest your time in is part of what you're passionate about. So that's another way you can discover your passion. And when you figure out what you love to do, that's just hands down your passion, right? So these are 3 ways you can discover what your passions are, which can help you to figure out your life purpose. You can combine what your passions are to live out your life purpose. So if someone says, oh, I love your makeup, and you're great with networking, and I know that you're a great writer, why don't you write a fashion blog, a beauty blog, something like that? So this is how you can combine what you love to do, your passions, into something that can be your life purpose. So I want to spend a couple of moments to do some breath work, because I want you to be able to center yourself whenever you feel fear creeping up. So just because you conquer it one time doesn't mean it can't come back later. So I just want to take a moment to just breathe in, out. It's a nice break for us to do. Just breathe in and out. And I'm going to pull up the Google page here. All right, there we go. One more. Awesome. So next, I want you to think about your favorite color. What do you do on the weekends, and what do you daydream about? And a reason for this is because these are all the things you can incorporate into your life purpose. So your favorite color, I follow a guy on Instagram, and he's very cool, the Color Mage, and he is on Periscope too. He posts the most wonderful colors, and he explains what they mean. If you're able to understand the meaning of different colors, then you can also understand what your passions are and how they apply in your life. For example, if you are attracted to the color red a lot, then this is all about foundation. It can also be about being passionate. If you're attracted to the color orange, that has a lot to do with creativity, your solar plexus. So these are things you can consider when it comes to living out your passion and then applying it to your life purpose. So again, if it's the color orange that you're attracted to most, you know that now that it's in relation to your solar plexus chakra, has to do with creativity, and you can think about, okay, what am I great at regarding being creative? Is it home decor? Is it cooking? What is it? What is that? That's how you can apply that. What do you do on the weekends? And I know in the survey, some people expressed that they were very busy and trying to figure out how they can make time for their life purpose, how they can, how do I find time to dedicate to life purpose? So if you aren't free during the weekend, say you work during the weekends and you might have a day or two off during the weekday, some things you can do are to use some mobile devices. For example, you can use audio record to record your thoughts if you can't write them down right now. You can use there's a Word document. There's the whole Microsoft app you can put on your phone. You could do video recordings, and then you can send those recordings directly to YouTube. There are a lot of ways you can maneuver around not having what you believe, not having the time. So if you're in your car, you can have the stand in your car, and you can put your phone there while you're in the parking lot and do a quick video. I've seen people do video logs and post them on YouTube, and people just love it because it's relatable and it's helpful at the same time. So these are just some of the ways that, hello for joining Asha now. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. So these are just some of the ways that you can work out living your passion when you are kind of pressed for time. Become mobile. And what do you daydream about? If you daydream that you, thank you for the hearts. If you daydream that you want to sell a boat, if you want to be an artist, these are ways that your subconscious is telling you that these are your passions. This is your life purpose. This is something that you need to get involved in. So you can, again, search the Facebook groups. You can do your research on different communities and see how you can get to that point of selling, communicating with someone in that industry, and so forth. And what triggers a nerve with you? So switch over here. What triggers a nerve with you? And I'll tell you that this is another way you can discover your purpose, your passion. For me, I am very, 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 very passionate about helping people to figure out their life purpose. I'm very passionate about people being happy. I'm passionate about helping women to honor themselves. So what triggers your nerve? What is something that you can talk about day and day and day, day after day after day after day? What is something that really gets you riled up if someone says something wrong? So if someone says, oh, I believe that this shouldn't be like that, something really wacky, you just go, wait a minute. No, what are you talking about? Something that triggers your nerve is a passion of yours. And that is something that you can make become your life purpose, because, and now I'll get to that in a little bit as well, that is something that you will have ample amount of energy. So true. Oh, thank you. Yes. That's something that you will have so much energy to spare that you will be able to become a juggernaut and be the poster woman or man for that issue. So that's something that I want you to think about. And that's something that triggered my nerves. Again, helping women. I just get so emotional when I hear a woman say, oh, I only work to pay bills. I'm like, no. I want you to work to have fun. I want you to, live your life, do what you're supposed to do and stuff like that. That's what I really want you to do. So again, what triggers your nerve? Okay, and I'm going to go back to the screen here. Screen share. There we go. Next, discover your life purpose. So now we're going to get to the life purpose portion. So now that we figured out ways how we can figure out our passion, now we can begin to apply what we discovered our passions to be to our life purpose path. One, there are many paths and you can have more than one purpose. I don't want you to think that because you pick one purpose that you can't have another purpose. No, you can be an artist and you can also make clothing. You need to make clothes. I mean, so you don't have to have one purpose. We see celebrities do this often where they are actors, but then they give a lot to nonprofit organizations or some other cause, so you can have more than one purpose. And I'm just checking here. Just a moment. All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you for giving me the heart. Hi, G. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Your name. Thank you for giving me hearts. And thank you for subscribing. And check this. Thank you. And Monet says, oh my God, my angels told me to create a music therapy playlist. Yes, that's great. And I'm so glad that you communicate with your angels, Monet. Great, great job. Awesome. Love the angels. So knowing your life purpose. If you can talk about that subject as I was talking about earlier, if that's something you can talk about all day, every day, that's your life purpose. That's something that you are more than able to do, any other thing. That's it. You can do it. It's all you. If you can work on that project all day, again, all you. That's your life purpose. If it's almost an obsession where your friends and family like me have to tell you to take a break, then that's your life purpose. Something that you just seem as if you have all the energy in the world to do, something that you are very passionate about, something that you can talk about, something that you are well versed in. That's your life purpose. That's something that you can pursue to be your life purpose. So what are you attracted to? Blog, Facebook groups, books. The reason why I say this is because this is going to be the path. You can either start with a blog, you can start with a Facebook group, you can write a book. This is the way you're going to ease into becoming front and center, because eventually you're going to talk in front of people. Eventually you're going to meet someone who needs your help. Eventually you are going to have to be on that front stage. And that's why I have here, what are you attracted to the most? Start there and then add on. So now also, what is the theme of your life? I know I really like the answer to this one response. Oh, just a moment. Someone's trying to join and they're having trouble joining. So, okay, so I think they are now in. There we go. And if we can, let's see. Just a moment. I think she's able to. Okay, I think I got her in. All right. So let me go back to the screen share here. All right. So what's a theme of your life? A person wrote in that they are a single mother who is taking care of a child who is, there we go. And they are taking care of a child who, let me see, over here. Yep. And they are taking care of a child who has special needs. This is part of your life purpose, to take care and watch over people who need that assistance. So if we were to add a theme to this, it would be that you are the protector, you are the healer, you are the nurturer. These are some themes that are in your life, and that is a life purpose. So you can think about this. If you are a person who is always in school, you're like a professional student, one of your themes is to always seek knowledge, to be the teacher and to be the student. So find out these reoccurring themes that happen in your life, and then again, translate that into your life purpose. What you're experiencing is something you can take and put it into a blog, put it into a book, because I guarantee you someone out there needs to hear your story. Guarantee you. My path. So I have their Transformation Tuesday, Strength and Living Your Purpose. I want you to know that you are strong enough to live your purpose. You are so powerful. The human spirit is so strong. It is ridiculous. I mean, I can't even begin to put it in words. But I want you to know, I just started doing Transformation 2 days on Periscope. I just started yesterday. And one of my transformations was that I got braces in my teeth. It's been something I want to do since forever, but I was very nervous in getting it done. I didn't know what to expect, but I knew that I wanted straight teeth once and for all. But my path really started with me writing blogs. And then, as I was saying earlier, eventually you will become front and center. I wrote lots and lots of blog posts. People loved them. They began to follow me. I wasn't ready to put my face out there just yet, but I had a nice following from my blogs. And then I moved up to Blog Talk Radio, online radio show, podcast. And then I had my website where, oh my gosh, I posted a picture of me. Then I started doing workshops, speaking engagements, wrote a book, all that. So this can be your path too. You can, oh, someone's having issues. Just let me see if I can get her on. You're already in a video call. Let me see. Okay, it looks like you're in. But yes, this video will be recorded and it will be on YouTube. So my YouTube channel is Tia Violet. So yeah, your path can be the same. And if there is something that you're worried about, I don't want you to be concerned about failing. The fear of failing, my braces, being fearful of failing is a huge concern of a lot of people. But I'm going to tell you what I tell my mom whenever we miss a bus. We're going to miss another bus. We catch a lot of buses and cabs and trains and stuff like that. Eventually, you're going to miss it. You just will. If you catch a bus 100 times, you may miss the bus 15 times. So if you're constantly doing things to help you to live your life purpose, you're going to take a few steps back a couple times. You're going to make a misstep. You're going to learn from something. You might spend a little bit extra money than you want to. But if you keep on that trail, if you stay focused to the overall goal, I guarantee you that you will get to where you need to get. And keep in mind that you also need to keep your mind open to the possibility of different things. I read a person's blog years ago. A lady husband confessed that he had imagined that he was going to marry a different woman that didn't look like her, but he ended up falling in love with her and he loves her dearly. Well, this is what we can expect when we start to live our life purpose. We may want something else, but something even greater presents itself to us, and then we follow that, and hence becomes our life purpose. And let's see here. Someone else had a question here. Oh yes, making time for, yeah, so on the path to your life purpose, I want you to make sure that I want you to know that you have the ability to make time to do what you need to do to complete a goal to get to your life purpose. So if that means you have to delegate certain things, do it. If that means that you have to recruit resources, do it. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it. And let's see here. Yes, that's what I wanted to cover from that point. All right, and I'm going to go back to the share screen. All right, so yeah, you can transform yourself. That was my path. So I eased into my life purpose. That's how I discovered I love to write. And then when I was successful in that, then I decided, okay, let me talk to people. And again, it's a progression. Your life purpose will be a progression. You will know the overall subject because we talked about that earlier. What triggers a nerve? What's something you can talk about time and time again and not get tired of talking about it? Okay, that's your life purpose. That's a passion that leads to your life purpose. You can live out your life purpose through blogging, and you can do it. You can do a video log. You can do it just like that. Facebook group. You can start your Facebook group. Books. You can do that. You can even self-publish nowadays. Okay, so that wraps up this 30-minute session. I know we started a little bit late because I was introducing and helping people get on, but I want to continue this conversation in my private Facebook group, which is bit.ly, that's bit.ly/hangout group. You can go there and all you gotta do is just ask to join. I will accept you. I have a download there for you that you can use, and I'll show that to you on Periscope soon. And it's called your 5-minute blueprint. I'll post that. I'll show it to you in a minute. And a note sheet. So I was going to include a note sheet for you to just write down some different things there, but I'm going to stick with the blueprint because I believe that the blueprint is really cool and helpful. And keep a lookout for the next Hangout session, which is how to balance your chakras and strengthen your intuition. And the reason why that's so huge is because when you balance your chakras, you become more centered, and then you are more in tune into your intuition. You're going to listen to the inner voice inside of you. You're going to be able to understand why certain things happen. So you begin to get the bigger picture of things, situation, what's going on, people, and so forth. So keep that in mind. And let's see, I have another question to answer here. Oh, how do I know if I'm on the right path? Well, you will know that you're on the right path because, let me see, go back here. All right, you will know that you're on the right path of your um, going towards your life purpose because you're able to have your soul become ignited. Like there's just something within you that is just like, I got to do it. I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to get there. And that's how you would know. That's one of the ways you would know, is that you don't know how you're going to get there, but you made a commitment to yourself that you will get there. And we talked about not finding enough time. So another person was concerned about death or illness, leaving kids alone. Well, with that is, and I was talking about that earlier in the Hangout, is that I started my business because my grandparents passed away. I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. I mean, I was living comfortably, but I wasn't really living. I was comfortable. I wasn't helping people. I wasn't doing anything. So in this case, know that when you live your life purpose, you're helping people. And when you leave the earth, you will have left a mark that is just so incredible that people will be talking about it for years to come. Next, failure of not completing my mission is another concern. Know that you can complete it. You can do it. You can totally do it. And my suggestion is to read books, read autobiographies, read about people who are rich, read about millionaires and billionaires and how they got started. I can't think of the producer's name, but the guy who founded Survivor and other reality TV shows, he used to sell t-shirts on a beach, and now he's a billionaire. It's remarkable. So read up on people who are now rich, but they have a whole backstory. Please read their autobiographies. That will also help you to keep focused. And I give you another example. FedEx, the company we all know and love today, ships us overnight delivery, almost went bankrupt the first 5 years of their business. Multiple times almost went bankrupt. And the founder was ahead of his time. He had the idea of having a speedy overnight delivery, but at the time, personal airplanes weren't available. And now we can't even imagine not having overnight delivery, especially for the holidays. So that's another example of, getting over the fear, just doing it. You will fail. I'm not going to lie. There are going to be times where you're going to have some setbacks, but you can get over it. It's a lesson learned and you can move on. And okay, let's see. So some people that responded have an idea of what their life purpose is. I think it has to do with teaching and children, motivation to inspire other people from my artistic gifts. Yes, just as I was saying, whatever you love to do it, because that's the indication that it's your life purpose. So you're definitely on the money there. Most people communicate through writing. 80% of people who responded state that they communicate their feelings through writing. 40% through dancing, 20% through music, and the other 20% said to do all three. So yeah, so if you are a dancer, there is various ways you can help people. You can get people to move their bodies. Low battery, periscope. People move their bodies in yoga. People move their bodies in Pilates. People move their bodies in swimming. So although it's not exactly dancing, you're still moving your body. And there are loads of methods of dancing, and you can do that as well. Communicate through writing. I gave the process, blogging, and then you can work your way up to Blog Talk Radio. And music, you can create music. I mean, nowadays, if you have a MacBook, you can create music and put it on iTunes and help people to heal. Here's my meditation album I just created on my MacBook, and you can send it to iTunes. I mean, there isn't anything that you really cannot, that you can't do, because there are so much more resources available to you. So again, you can do this. I believe in you. Let's see, next one here. All right. What are the ways to find out your purpose, and how do you know when? Yeah, I touched on that, how we can discover our purpose, and you'll know it because you have that mindset of, I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to get there. I don't know who I'm going to talk to, but I'm going to find people to talk to. I'm going to make it happen. It's once you get into that mindset of, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to get there. That's key. That's key. That's the factor there. I love doing so many different creative things. How do I know where to put my, just a moment, how do I know where to put my focus? That's a really good one. So where do you put your focus? It depends on the type of person you are. If you are someone like me who wants to do a lot of things at the same time, you know, a huge multitasker, then do two or three things at a time. If you are someone who's just like, I really need to focus on one thing, and then maybe I could do a couple of things at a time, then here's what you can do. Some people like to focus on the major thing first and then focus on a little smaller thing because they're small. I say focus on some of the smaller things first, because small things can become big things and you got a whole bunch of big things on your plate. So when it comes to figuring out your life purpose, the smaller things I mean is just look around you. Look around you. What's in your home? How's your home set up? What colors are around you? Who are the people you hang out? That's something you can start with. Is small. You know, all you need is just like a couple of minutes to think about it. You know, are the people who are in your life valuable? You know, are they adding value in your life? Are they encouraging you to do things? Are they challenging you to do things? Are you going places in your life that lead you to somewhere you want to be? For example, if you're into music, do you go to concerts? Do you support independent artists? What do you do? So start asking yourself these questions. That's the small part. The bigger part is to, you know, become active, get yourself out there. So I say focus on the small parts first, just asking yourself a series of questions, and then focus on the bigger thing, which is really getting yourself out there. So do the research, you know, focus on some inner work, and then go out there and take the stage. All right, so the document that's inside the group page is the 5-minute How to Conquer Your Setbacks blueprint. And the reason why I did this is because when we are trying to conquer our fear is our number one setback. So I will explain. You start here, okay, and then I ask you a current setback. So in Periscope, people, all right, see that that's in the group file section. So you start there. A current setback is, and then you write it here. Recruit supportive people. Your supportive people are your close family and friends, also business contacts. These are people who you trust, who can give you unbiased advice. Okay. My supportive team includes, you write it there, use social media wisely. Again, you want to use social media in a way that's strategic. You know, on our personal page, we're not supposed to overload people with our business stuff. So, you know, be strategic about it. Tell people about what you're doing, but don't overflow them with information. Put that on your business page. Other support. This is maybe the bank where you go to get a loan. This is maybe a person who you meet randomly and you start to connect with them, and then you have some kind of bond that you form. These are other people. Then your action plan. And the reason why I have the action plan in a little zigzag here for Periscope people is because you're going to revise it. I created a business plan 5 years ago, and for the most part, I did everything I'm going to do, but it needs some revision. So don't be shocked if you have to go back to the drawing board. So that's the purpose there. And I made it red because red is the color of your base chakra, which deals with foundation. So again, you might have to revisit that. Then I had you go up here to how you envision yourself. How you envision yourself. And this is really just about you remembering why you started. So when you are getting over your setbacks, your fears, that if-then statement applies here. Remember why you started. Remember what you can do. Remember what you're capable of. Okay? And then I always believe that a dash of luck is something that always plays a part in what we do. I don't care what it is. You know, you can work your tail off, but sometimes it's just that little dash of luck that gets you at the right place at the right time. Your car breaks down and someone drives past you and they're a producer or something, and you just start talking and they like your story, and you know, I don't know, I'm making stuff up. But the fact of the matter is luck does have something to do with it. And I am determined to, this is what I was saying earlier with you being a juggernaut, you figuring out, I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to do it. Part of your life purpose. And then I like to say, may the universe work ever in your favor with this one. And then at the end, I hereby let go of the old belief that, And that's what it's all about. You know, you're letting go something. In the beginning, I talked about how we can conquer fear, and when we do that, we release stress. And when we center ourselves, we become our authentic self. And hence why I asked, how do you communicate your feelings? When we become more authentic, the way we communicate, you know, how we feel, what we do, then we knock down old belief system that we can't do it, that we don't have time, that we don't have a resource. You can incorporate different things into your life to help you get there. And being mobile is one of them. I mean, now I got my iPad right here and my MacBook. I'm mobile. I can do this downstairs, upstairs, on the go, anywhere where there's Wi-Fi. I'm mobile. So those are my tips to help you conquer fear, discover your life purpose, or discover your passion so you can live your life purpose. I hope that was helpful. Yes, this is recorded on YouTube, which is this youtube.com/Tia Violet. Please do go to the Facebook group page because I will answer even more questions there. I will pop in and out of there. That file, this is what you can download there. It's in the group, so you can write this out. I believe that writing things down makes it more real, so you can look at it, reflect, edit how you see fit. Also, the next Google Hangout would deal with chakras and intuition. So make sure you stay tuned to that. Make sure you go to that Facebook group page because I really want to help you out with this. All right. So thank you for joining. The replay will be up in about 24 hours. So again, thank you for joining. Thank you, people on Periscope. Thank you. Have a wonderful day filled with many blessings.